Hello, everyone. My name is Henry Schlichting, and today I'll be presenting my International Skills Diploma project. The first class I'd like to discuss is IB History of the Americas. I took this class last year in my junior year of high school. And in total, I think this class was just an amazing experience. I learned a lot about the United States and the revolution, the American Revolution, and the independence movement, relating all the different territories and new established countries now in South America and even in Mexico. I think specifically my favorite independence movement to learn about was definitely the American independence movement, because I just think that the amount of people who assisted in this and the bravery and the pride that they had in their country and the culture they were building was just so inspirational. And it's an amazing thing to learn about. It's amazing to think about how our founding fathers, established this nation and created this culture in the American dream as we see today. I think also in South America, I loved learning about Brazil and the Brazilian Revolution, from Portugal, and even the Argentinian Revolution against Spain, and just these movements and totally you don't really think about that, you don't really realize that happened, but it's interesting to think about how the Spanish and the Portuguese cultures influenced Brazil and Argentina today, and it's really interesting to kind of dive into that and understand why these countries are where they are today. The next topic I'd like to discuss is some of my extracurricular activities. The first thing on the picture on the left, you can see is a picture of me and my family. I traveled to Dublin and London and Galway a couple of years ago. And I think this experience was amazing for me. I learned a ton about culture, a ton about my family, my extended family in Ireland. And I think in general, this experience was just so enriching, and it's honestly made me feel, proud of who I am and where I come from, because I got to see the day-to-day lives of all my family members, and where they went to work and what they did for work. And even things like simple things like, okay, what food did they eat, or what do they do in their free time, things like that. It's just interesting to see the cultures and the differences between my culture and their culture here in the US and in Ireland. I also am on the Campbell soccer team. I'm on the varsity team. I'm a captain on the team, as you can see by the little armband I have on the picture to the right. This experience in general is amazing. I'm still a senior this year, so I'm excited for the upcoming season. But last year, we made it to the state championship. And just being a leader and being someone on the team that people look up to and respect is just something that's it's like an honor. Like, no one can take that away from me. And I think in general, it's just something that's so important to me, and that I can talk to my kids about, and talk to my friends about, just in general. And I think it's an amazing experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Lastly, I want to talk about some of my community service. I am part of YMSL, Young Men's Service League, as you can see on the slide. I love the ability that YMSL gives me to help others and to teach young kids about how to play soccer, or to assist in the Atlanta Food Bank, and do all these things that are less about me and more about my community, and even my state, my country as a total, like in general. I think my favorite activity to do is do Top Soccer, which is an organization that gets together a lot of special needs kids, or even young adults who never had the experience of playing soccer, who never could play academy, or could never play rec. They were always forced to sit on the sidelines and not be able to experience these amazing adventures that I had through my ability to play soccer. And I think it's pretty sad, but I think it's awesome how top soccer gives these kids and these young adults the ability to express, themselves on the soccer field without being restricted by anything. I can help walk these kids around and teach them how to kick, or teach them teamwork, and even like pride. And, I just scored a goal, and celebrate things like you don't really think about in your day-to-day life, but they're so important to our community and to people in general. So thank you.